All right. Shalom Israel, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Wariala, and this is my channel, Rise of Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give honor and glory unto the Most High God, who is the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and I do son and name His only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai. Right? Quick video through the Spirit, but that's in addition to the part one of our mini series titled "Thou Art Greatly Despised," right? And this is just a pretty much a mirror up on white society and their alignment with biblical prophecy that pertains to Esau, right? So let's grab this real quick. Obadiah chapter 1. If you don't know where I'm getting where I got the title from, it is from Obadiah 1 and 2, and it says, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Right? Let's grab verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. The Lord made Esau small among the heathen, meaning you are looked down upon among the heathen, right? The heathen don't like you, right? Let's keep going. Thou art greatly despised. It tells it's this burden of the Lord upon Edom is telling you that Edom is despised by all nations. They don't like him, right? And as you can see by the title, with the atrocities of Esau and their wickedness, and the role that it plays on the destruction of the earth. Right? Let's keep going. So I can bear with me. Bear with me, so Alright, let's actually we might be able to get to the video. Alright, first up, we got this video and we'll talk about it as we go.
Your guns are knockoffs. Your guns are the rejects. You don't know about percussion grenades. You don't know about direct energy weapons. You don't know about nothing.
Look at the title. Black America is not ready for war. Now, I'm going to show you two videos. This is the first one. This is the overall point of this video. But still, it has a lot to do with the wickedness of Esau.
You don't know about DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency that has robotic mosquitoes, robotic snakes, robotic dogs and cheetahs. You don't know about that. They assassinate you with something that looks natural. And you talking about my phone 5, click, click. Bruh.
See, because Jake is carnal. Our people focus on the most carnal things to protect us. And in the scriptures, when has carnality been the thing that's protect us? When is just an arrow or a sword, an ancient sword? When has that really been what protected us? Right? Did not the Most High said, if we failed to keep His commandments, that our enemy would come against us one way and we would flee into 7 different directions? That's all determined on if you keep God's laws, right? And it's often as wicked for us to put our trust in things like weapons of warfare, because it's never taken care of us. It's never been what saved us, right? So let's just go to the scripture real quick. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Book of Psalms. Salakia. Chapter 44. In verse 6, and it says, I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. Right? Look at what he says right here. Look what he said right here. Salakia.
You don't my phone 5, click, click. And you talking about my phone 5, click, click.
Yo, 4-5, click, click. Like the Lord, like the one. That's not how the Most High God said you would be saved from the land of captivity by your 4-5. And 2, your enemies, they're far surpassed worrying about what you and your 4-5 does. Let's keep reading. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. Right? So we see that what's gotten the enemies off our back. The Most High God did. The Most High God's the one that does it. Right? If you read up, look. Jump to verse 4. Psalms 44:4, and it says, Thou art my king, O God. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee, through who? Through the gun? 3 or 4 5? No. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. So through the Most High God do we defeat our enemies. Not through our own strength or our own might. That's not how we get it. You see what I'm saying? What this brother is naming is a very one thing that this brother's pointing out is a very fundamental flaw in the black community that we seem to just not get. Is that Esau, wrong verse, hold on, is known for the things that he's done, right? He's known for the all the different types of military might that he's had, right? Give me 1 second. Slovakia. Here we go. This is and I've done videos on this before, but let's keep going. This is Genesis 27:38, and it says, And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Meaning Esau would have the most beautiful parts of the earth, right? All the beauty of the earth is going to be given to Esau, right? Look at what it says, how he's going to get it. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Esau would live by his sword, meaning he would get all of this wealth by his weapons of warfare. And you think what you got can save you from anything Esau's going to throw at you? He don't need to kill you with a gun. A gun is that's old fashioned. That's old. That's World War One. That's the Civil War stuff. We're way past that now, right? And if you're a child of Most High, you've already been past that. We're not worried about what guns can do to us. We focus on what the Lord can. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Let me see. Where am I? Okay, by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? And we're gonna come back to this same chapter in a few minutes, right? But we see that we don't fear what Esau can do to us, because we have the Most High God, right? Let me grab another verse real quick in Psalm. Salakia. I'm tripping. Here we go. Psalm chapter 54. Salakia. Psalm 56. And verse 4, and it says this: In God I will praise his word. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 3, and it says, What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. So in times of fear, we don't trust in our 9mm. We don't trust in our Glock 45. We don't trust in that. We trust in the Most High, right? Verse 4, In God I will praise his word. In God I will put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. We don't fear what flesh can do to us. We fear the Most High, right? Because the Lord can always bring us back. So we don't fear the heathen and all the things that they have on us. But we know not to even have that war, right? What's the one verse that we always go to? All right, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. What's that? Damn, was it Ephesians 6, 12, right? It says this. Start at verse 11. Ephesians 6 and 11, it says, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right? So we don't have the things that the wicked use. Right? Let's keep reading. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So what do we have? We got that bulletproof vest of righteousness. We're not worried about the actual bulletproof vest. We're worried about, the true, and spiritual bulletproof vest, which is from the Lord, which is the Lord protecting us. So we don't worry about things like that. And us understanding that Esau is the one that he's the one that focuses on his flesh, right? He's the one that focuses on things like that. That's what he's good at, right? And I'm not gonna be too long-winded, but we'll further this conversation after this video.
Bruh, you don't know what type of enemy you dealing with. Because you talking about, but you dealing with a master.
See that? See that? A master killer. Esau, the master killer. Esau is known for being a master killer. He is going to kill you. He's known for it. Right? So look, watch this. This is Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Cunning hunter, master killer, same thing. A man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents. Let's see what this says in another version. And again, I could be, this is the NLT, so I could be wrong. It may not say exactly master killer, but it could. It very much could, right? This is, okay, so yeah. Genesis 25:27, as the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter. Skillful hunter, master killer, it's all the same thing. If you're a skillful hunter, that means you're a master at killing, at finding and killing. And his brother is not an Israelite. Well, he's not that he's not an Israelite. He doesn't practice the faith. He doesn't acknowledge being an Israelite, to my knowledge, right? But so look what he says.
Talking about, but you dealing with a master.
It's what they do. He said it's what they do. Esau that's what he was created for, right? Esau was known. What don't the scriptures say? Just let me grab her real quick. Bear with me. And then I'm not gonna make this too long of a video, Salaki. I know I'm kind of. Bear with me. I know it's not. Oh man, I always. Salaki, bear with me. Is it 13? It might be 17, so like it. Psalm 17:13. It says this, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is the sword of the Lord. And who is Esau? Esau is the wicked, right? Esau is the wicked. Let's keep going.
So lately, I've been seeing a lot of these videos saying like, "Oh, when a 6'5" dreadhead named Tyrone just slumped my buddy, whatever, then my 40 jammed."
So this man, this probably about 5'2", him, probably about 5'2" anyway, saying when a 6'5",
We're saying that
295-pound dreadhead just slumped my buddy, then the 45 jams. Who dreams like that? Only the devil. Only the devil dreams like that. You know, only Satan, only the physical incarnation of Satan has thoughts like that. Has thoughts of killing and murdering a brother in his dreams. I don't dream about that. My dreams may not be nothing special, but they're not that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Who thinks about that, right? And what does the Most High God say about individuals who think like that? Let's grab this real quick in Proverbs chapter 6 and 16, right? What does God hate? It says, 16 doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. This white Edomite has dreams of shedding innocent blood. You see what I'm saying? And he's painting a picture to that this brother don't look innocent, saying that he slumped his homeboy and his gun jammed. Dreaming about who thinks about that? Maybe that may be the Most High revealing to him how he's gonna go out. You know, his gun jammed, and you know the Lord jams his gun up, and then the brother deals with him. But let's keep going. In heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. That's the point. God hates a heart, meaning a mind that deviseth wicked imagination. This man is having wicked dreams, and then had the need to post it, right? Feet that be swift in running to mischief, right? So we understand that Esau is off and his mind's not right. A mind that deviseth wicked imaginations. Who thinks like that? So God hates that type of stuff. Let's keep going. Proverbs 12 and 20. And it says this: deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. Right? So we understand that deceit, meaning wickedness, lies, wicked, vain thoughts, that's in the heart of someone that imagines evil. And this Edomite imagines evil. You know? So we see how the Most High God, we see how the Most High God looks at somebody that does it, but now we're starting to understand their inward thought and how they really feel. Right? But let's keep going. Matter of fact, we can just go back to the video. Let's see what the brother got to say.
No matter what, he's not going to be scared of a black person, and he's not going to back down. Understand, black people don't want you to be scared of us, and I hear this a lot. You have an internalized fear of us. I work in a club, I'm a bouncer. And don't get me wrong, physically, I'm not a small dude. I'm like 240 pounds, extremely muscular. And constantly I hear people say, you think I'm scared of you because you're black. No, you should be scared because I'm about to kick you down a flight of stairs. But for me, the obsession with brown-skinned people from Caucasians is weird.
Exactly, it's an obsession. It's an obsession. That's exactly what it is. An obsession. Right? Let's grab this real quick. The definition of obsession. Slovakia. Obsession. Let's just look up in the dictionary. The state of being obsessed with someone or something. She cared for him with a devotion by the bordering an obsession, an idea or thought that continually preoccupies or intrudes on a person's mind. He was in a grip of an obsession. He was powerless to resist, right? So they become powerless to their insane lust or hatred towards so-called African American and Hispanics. That's what the whole what's the thing that everyone's talking about now? Critical race theory BS and the idea of the great replacement. That's what that's all about. They think that black and Hispanic people are going to replace them. And it's not that they think, they're actually right. Black and Hispanic people are going to replace them. But it's not going to be how they see things fit. It's going to be how the Most High see things done. How the Most High God sees it. Right? But, matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Because, and I said I would go back to Genesis 27, and I'll be done in a few. But, real quick, in Genesis 27, what do we see? Verse 41, after we read the blessing that Esau was going to have, what does it say? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him. So Esau has always had a hatred for Jacob. And Esau said in his heart, meaning he said in his mind, his wicked, imagination-filled heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? So in Esau's mind was in him to murder his brother. Right? And that's how you see Esau operating now. Esau now is just, his mind is just overcome with envy. Because that's what it is. We everybody knows it. We all know. For a white person to say, you think I'm scared of you because you're black, that is literally, that shows how inferior they feel about themselves. Right? And they envy you. They envy black and Hispanic people. You see what I'm saying? They're scared. They don't think they're much of anything. But it's deep down inside. It's not because of our physical outlook, which may be part of it. It's really because of the blessing that the Most High God gave us and rejected Esau of. It's the same thing the Most High gave Abel and rejected Cain. They envy us. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the main lessons in today's video. But let's keep going.
Because dark-skinned people don't fantasize about Caucasians or hurting them. We don't. As a collective, we don't. It's never been a thing. That's why in 400 plus years, black folks did not get together and say, hey, let's make a hate group dedicating to hurting Caucasians. But Caucasians have done this multiple times. And for me, it's not just simple hate, it's obsession. I really believe it's obsession. Even during times of slavery, our unique attributes always been in question, including our physical makeup, our color, our strength, our physical abilities, and also how can they obtain and or do the exact same thing that we're doing. This is what a narrative of you're only here to entertain us has been spun so hard, while also copying everything that we do. Hating us while being obsessed with us is wild. Pick a struggle.
That's what it is. They're filled with hatred because they're envious. And literally, I mean, do I have to pull up the situation with Cain and Abel? Cain was envious of Abel's offering, right? Real quick, Genesis 4:2. And she bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, and Cain was a tiller of the ground. Same thing. Abel was the one that took care of the sheep. Cain was the one that was a tiller of the ground, meaning he was a man of the field, right? And in process of time, it came to pass that when Cain brought forth the fruit of the ground, an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he did not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. See? He couldn't stand the fact that the Most High God accepted his brother's offering, but didn't respect his. Right? And look what the Lord said. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou mad? Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, meaning if you did good, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. All right? And then we know the rest is history, and the rest has been history since this time has happened, you know? So we see what Esau is doing. We see what the type of devil we're dealing with. What does that mean for us? It means that we don't need to be getting into this stuff with Esau. You see how the nations, how black people look at him. Like black people got to deal with that. Short, 5'4", insecure Edomites that God hates, fills it in their heart to have dreams about killing you. You're not even doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? You got your own issues, granted, but that doesn't make sense. And that's why God hates them. Let's go to Psalm 7 and 11. It says, God judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. God is always, always, always angry with the wicked. Always. Because of stuff like that. Simple, small stuff like that. Let's keep going. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Look. Let's go back.
So lately I've been
dreaming of violence. He's dreaming of violence. Verse 5, him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. So Esau, he dreams of violence. And what the Lord say in Ezekiel? That because you have not hated blood, blood shall be your portion. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? Let me see. I think this is Ezekiel 35. And let's start at verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I lived, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Seeth thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So since you love violence and you've loved shedding blood, blood is going to be your portion, right? And that's literally the destiny of the wicked, right? For persecuting the poor Israelites, right? For doing that unto the children of God, right? Not to make this too much longer, I'm gonna grab a few more verses, Lord willing. Psalm 10 and 2, and it says, The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, let them be taken in. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, right? So the things that they've wanted to do to us, let that happen to them, right? So wicked in his pride hath persecuted the poor. They've persecuted us, and we've done nothing. We've done literally nothing, right? Let's jump real quick to Wisdom of Solomon. Salakia, chapter 2. Let's just start at verse 1. It says, For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to return from the grave. Right? These are the thoughts of the ungodly. Let's jump down. Right? Let's jump down to verse 12. It says this. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our return, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending of the law, with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of God, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. Right? This is what they're saying about the righteous. This is Esau's thoughts. He was made to reprove our thoughts. That's what Jacob was made for, to reprove the world. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Right? Watch this, look what it says. Let's start at verse 19. It says, Let us examine with him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. let us condemn him with shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. Esau's wickedness blinded him, and it's his wicked hatred towards the children of Israel. But that's pretty much it. Lord willing, us to edifying video through the Spirit. This is part 2 of our series, Thou Art Greatly Despised. And any video I'll find, for the last one, it was the shown that they were despised not only just by the whole nation, but by their own people. Right now, this goes to show that they're despised by Jacob because they oppressed Jacob. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, and that's pretty much it. We don't got to go no further. Lord willing, to edifying video through the Spirit. I'll give honor and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. Call Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Malak Yahushai. Kwame Yasharallah. Shalom.